Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve Codeforce's problem, maximal binary matrix. If you are new to my channel, I just want to mention that my channel is dedicated to help people in their coding interviews and in their Java J2E interviews. You will find a lot of helpful videos on my channel that can help you in your coding interviews and Java J2E interviews. You will find more than 200 solved different varieties of coding problems which are solved and explained with whiteboarding sessions, and those problems are previously asked coding interview questions asked by big tech companies like Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, Yahoo, and many others. So if you go through those questions, then it will give you good practice and hands-on practice experience of coding interview questions. And there are other interview videos as well for Java J2 interviews. So please subscribe to this channel. So let's go through the maximal binary matrix problem. This one is one interesting problem about the matrix, and actually especially about the binary matrix. So you are given a matrix with n rows and n columns filled with zeros. You should put k ones in it in such a way that the resulting matrix is symmetrical with the respect to the main diagonal, the diagonal that goes from top left to the bottom right, and it is lexicographically maximal. So this is important, lexicographically maximal, right? So they are explaining what that means. So one matrix is lexicographically greater than the other if the first different number in the first different row from the top in the first matrix is greater than the corresponding number in the second one. If there exists no such matrix, then output -1. So let's say what input is given to us. The first line contains n and k. N is like n by n matrix, and k is the basically number of ones that we have to put, right? So for example, they have given us a 2 by 2 matrix in this first example, and we only have one. So we can just put that one here basically, right? So we can just put a diagonal like this, and it becomes a symmetrical, right? And it is also a lexicographically maximal. So let's first go to the whiteboarding screen, and we will understand what the lexicographically maximal means, right? Because that is a very important concept to solve this problem. So there are two matrices. This is a M1 and this is M2 matrix that I created. So both matrices are symmetrical, right? So for example, if we draw a line like this, right? This is the diagonal, right? For both matrix, this is a diagonal, so both are symmetrical, right? So which one we can choose, right? How do we know that which is lexicographically maximal, right? So what we have to do is, in the first row, right, we have to go row by row, and in the first row from top to bottom we have to see where is the difference in these two matrix, right? So the first difference you will see is here, right? So this is the first difference. So this is 1, this is 0, right? So whichever has more number, basically 1 here, right? So that is the lexicographically maximal matrix basically. So this M1 is lexicographically greater than M2, and this is the maximal matrix basically, right? So this is the most important concept to solve this problem. So let's take one example, and we will understand more. So I am going to remove this one. So we are going to do one by one, like step by step. So first thing is, let's say we have been given a matrix n by n, which is 3 by 3 matrix, and number of ones we want to put is 5, let's say, right? So in the beginning, all the matrix rows are 0, right? All the matrix rows are 0. So it will look like this basically, right? In the beginning, 3 by 3 matrix is like this. So all rows are filled with zeros, and we have to add 5 ones here, and we have to make sure that it is lexicographically maximum, right? So what we will do to achieve this is, we will go this uh, so if you just understand, this is the diagonal basically, right? So we will go from this diagonal, right? One by one element we will go. So first element is this one, right? So this one we will make 1, right? So this one we will make 1, and this is k. So k is equal to 5 in the beginning, right? K is 5. So once we put 1, we will decrement it, right? So now k becomes 4. So after putting this 1, what we will do is we will check, how many group of two ones are there, right? So group of two ones is means if you divide this 4 by 2, there are two different pairs of ones basically which are available to us, right? So to make this lexicographically maximal, what we will do is we will put that one pair we will put like this, right? So this is one pair, right? As you can see, so this is again a symmetrical matrix, right? If I draw a line which is diagonal, this is symmetrical, so we added one pair here, which means that our now it used to be 4, right? 4 k is equal to 4, so now we put 2, so it became now 2, still 2 are still left, right? 2 is still available. Again we will go like this and we will put here 1, here also we will put 1 basically, right? So now it will become 2 minus 2, which is 0 basically, right? Now we don't have anything available to put. And if you draw a line like this, basically this is the diagonal, so this matrix is symmetrical, as you can see. If you just fold it like a paper, right, from this end to this end, if you fold it, it will be a symmetrical matrix. So this one will go here, this one will go here, and this 0 will go here, and this is the diagonal basically, right? So and this is the maximal matrix, right? So this is the approach we are going to take to solve this problem. So we will first go one by one location, right? So we will start with this diagonal basically, and we will try to expand and make it the maximal matrix, right? So what happens if it is 6 instead of 5? If it is 6, let's say, right, instead of 5 the k is equal to 6, then we will be left with 1 1 basically, right? Because now we used 5 ones, as you can see, 1 2 3 4 5. Now we will have one more 1 is left. So whenever it is not equal to 2 basically, means it is not divisible by 2 basically, one will be left at the end, right? And it is mod 2 is not equal to 0, right? It is not equal to 0 means it is not divisible by 2 basically, so we cannot make a pair. So in that case we will put that 1 here. If that one, just 1 is available, we will put it here, right? So that it is still maximal binary matrix and it is symmetric basically, right? So let's just go ahead and take a look at the code for this maximal binary matrix problem. So this is the logic I already explained you. So let's just look into the Java code how it will be implemented, right? So x and k is given to us 3 and 5, that example that we just saw. So we will create one matrix A which is n x by x basically, right? So 3 by 3 matrix, for example. First thing is we want to check if the number of ones we want to put and if it is more than the number of cells in the matrix, right? So for example 3 by 3 has, let's say 3 by 3 has 9 cells, right? And if we have, let's say 11, k is equal to 11, we know that we cannot put 11 ones into 3 by 3 matrix because the matrix itself has 9 cells only, right? So maximum one we can put in the matrix is 9. So if it is more than 9, we are just going to give -1 here, right? So that's what the first condition we will check. After that we will have one for loop, and for loop will start with I is equal to 0 and it will go from I is less than x, right? And k should be greater than 0. Then we will just do I plus plus, and we will go first, for example here we will go a of 0 0, we will put 1 here, right? So that's what, as you can see, first thing we did is we have just put 0 0 is equal to 1 here, right? So that's what we are doing, and we will decrement the k because we are we are using one k here, right? So we are decrementing it. After that, whatever is left, we will check if it can make any pairs of 2 basically, right? If it has a pairs of 2, then we will try to expand like this basically, right? This is pairs of 2 like this we used, right? This is one pairs of 2 means 2 ones. This is another pairs of 2, right, which we are expanding like this and still making it maximal basically, right? So that's what we are doing here. So we will go again like j is equal to I plus 1 and j is less than x. while j is greater than k is greater than equal to 2, means we can make pairs of 2. Basically we will increment j, right? And what we are doing, it's same thing, right? We are putting, like we are going like this one, this one, then this one, right? So this is what we are doing here. Aij is equal to 1 and aji is equal to 1, and we have used two ones basically, so we have to decrement k by 2 here, right? So we will try to use the pair once in pair, right, as much as we can. Once it is over, again it will, the for loop will continue for the rest basically, right? So in this example, for example, let me just go back a little bit and just explain you one more time this one. So we put 1 here. So in the beginning our k is equal to 5, right? So once we put 1 here, then our k becomes 4, right? So 4 divided by 2, it is divisible by 2, and it means that we can make two pairs of ones, right? Two pairs we can make. So these two pairs, what we will do, we will put 1 here, we will put 1 here. So this is one pair. Again one more pair is available for us, so we will put 1 here and we will put 1 here, right? So that's what we are doing. Now in case if it is 6, if it is 6, let's say, in case, right, in that case we will, what will happen, one will be left, right? Because one, we are using 5 ones here, right? So one will be left at the end. So we will go in the for loop again, and we will put this one we will make, right, 1. So this one we will make 1, correct? So that is what we are doing here. So after this for loop is done, we have already converted the matrix like this basically, right? So we just want to print it out now. So we are just going to go from I is 0 to I is less than x, and j is equal to 0, j is less than x, and we will just print out the aij, and we will just print out one space after the element, right? So let's just go ahead and give it a execution now for this code. So as you can see, we are getting the maximal matrix, which is correct. As you can see there, we are expanding like this, right, in case of 5. So this is correct. Now let's try one case with 6. So once we are doing 6, this one will become 1, right? So let's just try this one with 6. So as you can see, we are getting this one now got occupied with 1, right? So this is how we are expanding, and this is the maximal matrix, correct? So as you can see, this is the way it works. And if you exchange, if you modify it with 4 and if you modify it with 8, let's say, right? So 4 is 16 cells. So as you can see, first it is trying to expand in this direction, again it is trying to expand in this direction, right? And once it is done, we will just have one left here, right? So because total is 8, so as you can see, these are 4, this is 3, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 1, 8. So if you try 10, let's say 10, then let's just try the 10 out. So as you can see, so in case of 10, first it expanded like this, and then it expanded for the first column, right? So it expanded as much as it can. After that, it took this one, right, diagonal, and then it expanded here and here basically, right? So like that, it is symmetrical matrix, and this is maximal basically. Main thing is it's a maximal matrix, so we cannot have a matrix bigger than this lexicographically, right? So this is lexicographically biggest or largest matrix that is possible with the values of x4 and k10. So this is the way we can solve the Codeforces problem, maximal binary matrix. One case we will just try, the negative case is, let's say we have 18 here. Now we know that 4 by 4 is 16 cells, and if k is more than that, we should get -1. So we are getting -1, which is correct. So this is the way. I think we have tried better and bigger examples than they have given us here. So this is the way we can solve the maximal binary matrix problem on Codeforces. So what we did is, first we understood what the maximal matrix is. Maximal matrix is like where we have to expand like this basically, right, from this one, and we will expand like this, right, gradually. So even if other matrices are symmetrical, then it's not necessarily the maximal, right? We wanted to create the maximal binary matrix, so we are expanding like this basically, right? Again, if we go here 1, then we will expand like this if we have more ones left, right? So this is the way. And then we just have implementation is pretty straightforward. We just implemented using these for loops, and then after that we have just printed the modified matrix, right? And we kept always in this for loop, we keep track of how many ones we are using by using k minus minus whenever we used it. And whenever we have a pairs of ones available, we always use the pairs, right, first, and try to expand as much as we can until the pairs are available basically for us, and there is a space to expand, right? So both. So um, if you are new to my channel, you will find on my channel a dedicated playlist for Codeforces. It has a lot of solved Codeforces problem explained with Java code and examples and whiteboarding sessions. Also, there is one big playlist on my channel called as lead code and lean code solutions. It has a lot of lead code and lean code varieties of problems solved and explained with whiteboarding sessions and Java code and examples. And those problems are taken by previously asked coding interview questions by Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Yahoo, Microsoft, and many other big tech companies. If you go through this both playlist, it has almost all sort of varieties of problems which come during the coding interviews in big tech companies. So it will give you a good practice. If you are looking for a telephonic interview preparation, then there is another playlist on my channel called as Java interview. It discusses frequently asked telephonic Java interview questions and how to answer those questions. Along with that, it also discusses Java architecture related questions, Java design pattern questions, as well as Java string related coding problems and other questions. So you can go through those videos while you are preparing for your interviews. If you like this video, if you find it helpful, and if you like the way it's created with whiteboarding sessions and examples and Java code, then please give it a like. If you also subscribe to this channel, your subscription to the channel is really important for us, because that is the way the videos can reach to more people who need help in solving coding problems. Main goal of the channel is to help as many people as possible in solving coding problems and explaining them and make them understand, how to solve different varieties of coding problems and help them in their Java J2E interviews. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you have any questions regarding this video, put your questions below the description section. I am going to give you the link of my GitHub account where you will find a lot of Java solutions which are implemented for these problems on Codeforces and lead code as well as lean code. So you will find lots of Java code there. You can take a look and practice those problems. Also share this video with your friends and colleagues, and thanks for watching this video.